Welcome back. TikTok has restored service to its users in the United States hours after the video sharing social media platform went offline in response to a federal ban and a U.S. Supreme Court decision which upheld that ban. Our next guest says this game of high-stakes poker is now laser-focused on Donald Trump's next move after he's inaugurated later today. Let's bring in Dan Ives. He's Global Head of Technology Research at Wedbush Securities. Dan, thanks a lot for joining us. You wrote in a note just yesterday that you believe behind the scenes there's significant activity from both potential financial buyers and potential buyers from the technology sector for the TikTok asset. Why don't we begin there?
Yeah, look, I mean, this is a game of high-stakes poker. TikTok is basically a chip on the table relative to U.S.-China negotiations. So obviously, you know, it getting shut down, Biden's last day. You know, Trump turns it back on. Now the focus is what would be a 90-day executive order to essentially find the buyer, call it a 50% buyer. There's probably going to be 10 to 15 bids out there. We believe probably leading this would be Musk and X, and I think ultimately 40 to 50 billion is probably going to be the price tag.
You see Elon Musk and X as the favorites to buy TikTok, do you?
Yeah, I mean, if we had odds right now, I mean, they're definitely the favorite. The reason that is because obviously where Musk sits in the Trump administration, officially or unofficially, he's the only one that would be handpicked by Beijing to run this. And again, it's going to be 50%. The algorithm will probably be under some sort of oversight that obviously is going to have to be approved by U.S. government. Look, names like Oracle, they could be heavily involved as well. It could be some sort of consortium. But the point is really there's only a handful of tech players that ultimately will probably win this, call it 50% of what's a golden asset in terms of TikTok at 170 million users.
How does the U.S. avoid the scenario of TikTok being used as an agent of Chinese intelligence services and Chinese disinformation campaigns?
Look, and to that point, I mean, that's where CFIUS, U.S. government's going to have to be involved. They're going to have to bless a deal. Now, Trump clearly, for now, DOJ is not going to pursue any charges versus Apple, Google, the service providers that keep TikTok running. And that's how it came back on. But look, this is going to be a clear negotiations, and Trump's in the negotiation table. Because you also take a step back, this is all part of the broader U.S.-China negotiations. This is just one piece of what's going to be, you know, clear soap opera going forward. But I think many users learned when they turned this off, the groundswell that was, realized when TikTok went dark.
Trump is very much against the ban. Tell us, what has he articulated publicly about TikTok and the idea of banning it? Why is he so against the idea of a ban?
Well, he's against the ban, I think, just to begin with, when it comes to First Amendment. I mean, you can't put genie back in the bottle, right? What does that mean for other social media? Even though Supreme Court ruled, you know, this wasn't against First Amendment. But I think the broader issue is what this does to U.S.-China relations. You don't want this, especially the ByteDance ownership, to get this off on the wrong foot. Trump understands this needs to basically stay alive, 170 million users, some sort of U.S. ownership. The last thing you want to see in what's going to be a massive negotiation with China tariffs is you get off to a wrong foot by essentially shutting down TikTok. And that's why, look, CEO of TikTok will be inauguration today at a dinner with Trump. And I think this is just the first part of what's going to be, I think, a lot of chapters to this book.
So you think Musk and X are in the pole position here, but you also think Oracle could be a contender for ownership of TikTok. Why?
Because of they have existing relationship. The data essentially sits in Oracle database. Ellison is someone that, you know, essentially he's playing chess, others are playing checkers. He's another one I think that could be heavily involved. You could have other tech players involved too. I do not think like PE, O'Leary, some of these other Perplexity. I mean, there's going to be other bids, but I think those are less likely. It's really Musk right now that's sitting pole position in one way or another.
Over what period of time does this play out?
90 days. I think this would be 90 days to get done. It's going to go through some approval process. It could extend, right? It could be extend as it gets approval process. But I'd say by May, June, this is all done.
Dan Ives, thank you as always for your insight.
Thanks.
He's Global Head of Technology Research at Wedbush Securities. His call on what happens to TikTok.